Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar,
This is Baitul Firdous Islamic English channel, and I am your lecturer, presenter and speaker, Dr. Taj Firdousi. My dear viewers, brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May the peace, blessings and mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be on you forever. Today's topic is bygone. I'd like to say, in my lectures for all these 40 years, sometimes I feel that there is a necessity of giving people an example, a short story, something like that, which really gave a lot of effects for the people to understand, and they felt it. For example, I will say that one: always be good, be kind, do only good things, never have bad intentions and bad feelings for others. And if I say all these things, the people will say, okay, we know. Everybody says the same thing. How many times do we have to listen to that one? And the people will sleep sometimes when they hear the lectures, because the same. If the people, if the reciter or the narrators or the speakers, if they give us some stories, some sort of thing, the people will listen to that story and they will understand what's the outcome of that story, the moral of it. For example, I told this story to many people, and I'm telling you now. Once, quite a long time ago, a city near the seashore, there was a tribe who believed to select a king to the person who comes from outside and is seen on the day for the first time when they see. And they keep him on the throne for 1 year, and after 1 year they take him into a small boat and leave him in a deserted island where there is no water and there are fearful animals, ferocious animals, and there is no shelter. So the man will die of hunger and thirst. For 1 year, king, and the next his life is gone. On that particular day, it was the time to select their king. They opened the door of their town, their city, and they found a man. That man was very intelligent, clever, and very foresighted person. He knows many things. The people took him and put him on the throne and said, "You are the king. For 1 year, we will obey you." And the moment he sat, he said, "What are you going to do after 1 year? We will take you to that island, and that deserted island, and we will drop you there and come. That's all. You will be there. What will happen to you, we don't know." So that man said, "All right, till then, I want thousands of people to work for me to make the city beautiful. In 1 year, I want this place to be like a paradise." So he took 2,000 people and said, half of the people start working on this project, the remaining one on this. Everything he explained, and within 1 year, the whole city was so beautiful, clean, a lot of buildings and schools and business and trades, everything he improved. The city was like paradise, so beautiful. People were very happy, but they had to leave him the last day of his kingdom, being a king. The last day, they took him and then they left him in the desert. He smiled. He was not crying. He was not asking people, "Please take me back, I don't want to die." No, he was smiling. And the people went he went inside the desert. After going up on a small hill, he looked down. There, the whole place was like a paradise. A beautiful town was waiting for him, and a beautiful palace, bright, shining, and lots of greeneries, trees, and everything there. And there were rivers coming there with water, and fruit, and lot of things all around greeneries, like a real paradise. And there were people standing and waiting for him. As he walked down to the palace, the people took him inside. And then he sat and he smiled. He was the real king now, and that island, he was his kingdom now. How this happened? How did this happen? When he took, on the very first day itself, thousands of people, half of the people he kept to make this city, his city where he was ruling, to be like a paradise, and the remaining thousands of people he sent to that island to remove all the weeds and everything and make a beautiful paradise and keep it clean, and rivers and the streams and water and lot of things to grow like food and crops and vegetables. Everything was done before going there. And when he went, he had already kept the people before going there to serve him, so that they can also live happily in that island. What we understand from that story? That man, he didn't live there just sleeping like a king and eating and sleeping for the whole of 1 year. He worked hard and he made his palace, he made his everything what the facilities he needed for his life to be after 1 year. That's how I used to say that, ladies and gentlemen, my dear brothers and sisters in Islam, we have come into this world like 1 year our kingship. 1 year we are king like that. Anything you want, you can do because it's your thinking. And what you have to do? Think of that palace, you have to do it after 1 year. This 1 year is your life, this life. After this life, you think of that palace and create right now, build right now with all these gardens and everything. Make the real paradise. Make the paradise right now. Don't say that in the last minute we will say, Tawbah, astaghfar. No. Right now, do the best. What Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, do. What Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, don't do. And that's what He wants. Once you do it and you pray and submit yourself to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you are building a palace. You are building a palace there, like this man did everything. And on the last day of that life, you may not be wondering, and you will not be worried, and you will not be shocked. You may smile and say that's my real palace forever, the eternal palace up. I'm going to live there in Jannah. Practice right now. Start building the palace right now. So, gentlemen, with these stories, this is what we fabricated. But in the Holy Quran, the stories are the real ones Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you. So, you will be guided through that beautiful stories so that you can feel, you can really keep that in your mind and then do it. Jazakallah khair. We are going to start QISAS UL ANBIYA in the next episode.